Over your ears. Welcome. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you. Don't stop. You might not have any left at the end. As we say in the profession, it's always nice to have a warm hand on your opening. Just a little word of advice that pub comedians are very like the landlord's range of beers. If you like them, you stick around, and if you don't, you can bugger off. I'd like to start off by giving you a little bit of my take on the news this week. And one of the things that happened was Donald Trump tweeted that he'd quite like to retire in a place named after him. And aghast Windy Miller tweeted him back saying, "Don't bother coming to Trumpton." However, there's a couple houses for sale down in fucking Bastardville down the road. If you want that kind of naming. Closer to home, Theresa May was admitted to hospital, suffering from a single self-inflicted gunshot wound to the foot, after it was revealed that Parliament had revoked a 600-year tradition and decided to pay a ransom to some kidnappers. What had they kidnapped? The majority. They kidnapped the majority from her. They got 1.5 billion quid for doing it. Now, is anybody here waiting for a hip replacement? Because that money, had it been transferred to the NHS, you'd be getting it done next Tuesday. Back across the pond, Donald Trump's latest crazy idea, and I kid you not, is to line the Great Wall of Mexico with solar panels. Because, and I quote, "The heat and the sun down there is tremendous, and they'll really work." Couple of points for you, Donald. First of all, solar panels don't really care how hot it is, and they wouldn't work in Sweden. And secondly, what's going to happen? 72 hours, I guarantee 1.5 million Mexicans will have a solar panel on their hut. And back home finally for what I think has to be, for anagram lovers, a brilliant time in politics, because what we have across in Brussels just now, thanks to Theresa May's unholy pact, is the Conservative Unionist negotiating team. So, the next time you're off the Eurostar in Brussels, and the guy at passport control gives you that look, you can grab his tie and pull him over and say, "Aye, but at least I'm not with that bunch of cunts." I want to talk about family because we've all got one. And it's true what they say, you can pick your friends, but that shower you're stuck with. And I want to particularly talk about a sad thing about families, when they implode. And I've done a bit of research, and I think I've figured out why. It's because parents never know when to throw away the board games. And you'll know it's happened to you when your daughter comes up to you and says, "Mum, I've just been raped in jail. I think Dad's taking Monopoly far too seriously." We don't have that problem in our family, because I gave my son an Xbox when he was 3. He doesn't play Monopoly, but he shoots fucking well. I came into fatherhood late. I'm 61 today. And my son is 18. Do the math. I was 42 when I had him. And one of the brilliant things about coming into fatherhood late is that you can actually relive your own childhood through your child. We had great movie nights. I remember one of my favourite films watching with him was Snow White. That lovely princess. And in fact, I love that film so much. I bought the t-shirt. Hang on. Excuse a minute here. I bought the t-shirt. Now, This iconic image by an original from Andy Warhol's factory shows Snow White in her sad, sordid decline through Hollywood. But we must remember that when she arrived at Walt Disney Studios in 1932, she was a fresh-faced, lovely princess, innocent. She thought 7-Up was a lemonade drink. Then she discovered Smirnoff and cocaine, and what followed could only be described as an alcohol and drug-fueled dwarf orgy, after which she was never the same. This is what she turned into, and this is what she stayed. That film of her autobiography was the only one she ever made. Another film we used to enjoy was Toy Story. That heartwarming tale of young Andy and his two favourite toys, Woody and Buzz. And I got to thinking, I wonder if his mum's two favourite toys had the same name. Which one tonight? Woody? No. Buzz? Bzz. Aye. Mommy, can I not get 5 minutes? What are you doing? I'm brushing my teeth. Okay, you said we could go to the zoo. Well, in a minute, I'm coming. Okay, you wee scamp, let's go. And I thought, if poor Buzz was put away wet, he'd just go rusty. Like the real one in Andy's wee hands, just was discarded. One of the bad things about being a late father is things change in your life. I can keep up with some things, but not with others. And one of the things that really changes is the post that you get through the mail. I used to get great things. Graham, do you want to go whitewater rafting at the upper reaches of the Amazon? And right I do, yeah, I'll have some of that. Graham, would you like to go hot air ballooning over Alaska? I don't know. Shoot an elk? Aye, we'll have some of that. Graham, it all changes. Now I get weird things through the mail like, Graham, have you made a funeral plan? Yeah, I fucking have. I'm not planning on having it for a while. Graham, how about a river cruise down the Rhine? Oh, that sounds not bad actually. Read on. With Viking cruises. Oh, fuck off. Do I want to be stuck on a boat with a load of octogenarians that are smelling of mothballs and pish? No, I don't, thank you very much. It'd be like going for a cruise in an Oxfam shop. Except, does the clothes still have people in them? And you sit down for dinner, and it's like sitting with a load of clothed tortoises. When did that collar last fit you, mate? I can see your cleavage. And who take their teeth out to eat. Do you mind, son? Well, actually I do, you know. Why? Well, if I don't, they float about in my mouth. Have you tried Denture-Grip? Made my gums come out in a rash. Try Super Glue, you want to change it for a fortnight. And then you think, maybe I should. Maybe I should go on a river cruise. And then you think, nah, no, really. But the worst one of all came last week. Graham, do you suffer from incontinence? Do I? Fuck! But, oh, hang on, every New Year. Sometimes. Well, I do on special occasions. If so, try our incontinence pants. I don't know, I'm not quite there yet. Free sample. To a Scot, that's like winning the lottery. So I sent away for the free sample, and in they came, in a discreet package. This contains contaminated waste. When used, dispose of carefully. And I took out the bag, and honest to Christ, it's like oversized Pampers. So you, hang on, my mouth's getting dry. Oversized Pampers. So you whap them on and you go out for the night. And you stay up all night to get lucky. And then you do. But you've been up all night, so you've used them. Quite a lot. So she takes you back to the hotel room and you're in there. And then you take your trousers down. And this thing's hanging between your knees because it's so full of pish. Now, you're not getting anywhere now. You may as well pull your pants up, if you can, and go home. And the other thing about incontinence is that it's gender specific. Because ladies, you're not incontinent. You have sensitive bladder. And if you've got a sensitive... What the fuck's a sensitive bladder? Does it go in the huff?
You're full of pish!
Is that right? No, now I'm no. Oh shit. Wally, we're going home. But I've no had my tea. Get in the fucking car and give me that bin bag. Have you pissed yourself again? Aye. But ladies, if you suffer from sensitive bladder, you don't get a big fucking huggy to put on. You get ten a lady. Which is like, well, it's like the other thing that you put in your pants. And I should imagine it's just as absorbent. But if you wear ten a lady, according to the television, you can go to Brazil, get a Brazilian and dance in the carnival. And just a wee word to redheads there, don't get a Brazilian, it looks like a fish finger. So you're dancing in the carnival and you're maybe having a wee squirt. But you're dancing away, you're doing alright, there's nothing showing. How much do these things hold? I bet they don't hold as much as the men's huggy pull-ups do. No, you're right, I was showing. But the ultimate one for me was the price, because I thought I might get these huggies pull-ups because it's freedom. You know, you can wander about the shops, you can do what you like, but they're prohibitively expensive. So what I've done is I've made my own. I've made my own. And how hard can it be? I'll tell you how hard it can be. It's not hard at all. And for anyone who used to like on Blue Peter, when they showed you how they made things, I'm now going to show you how to make your own gentlemen's incontinence pads. Trousers, pull-ups, whatever you want to call huggies. And all you need is 2 pairs of swimming trunks. Like so. Like so, which you sew into a sandwich, leaving a wee hole at the top to pour in some cat litter. And now, we're away to do a wee consumer test here, because I've not had a pee all day, and I'm absolutely bursting. And I'm going to try my cat litter filled swimming trunk pull-ups that cost me very little. Because I stole the swimming trunks at TK Maxx, it's dead easy. So, here we go. The pee test for my homemade pull-up huggies. This is how gentlemen act at a urinal. Actually, could you maybe shut your eyes for a wee minute? It's hard to start with everybody looking at me. Just for a second and then I'll tell you where I'm going. Oh, here we go. Oh. Now, this is great because I can stand and do my comedy with you and there's no problem at all. None whatsoever. It's nice, Sprawley, hang on. Oh shit. Now, if I was capable of being embarrassed, I might be embarrassed right now. But luckily, it doesn't smell too bad at the moment. I haven't had asparagus. You'll be glad to know in the front row. It'll dry out. That's a failure as a consumer test, but an absolute hit. Because I've just had 50 people looking at my groin. And statistically, somebody must have liked what they saw. And if you did, I'll be at the bar when I finish. slightly damp, but other than that, we're doing all right.
I've got a one shot on Crockatt Scots.
I'd like to kind of begin to close down now because I really want to go home and get changed. But I'd like to leave you with a few phrases you can add to your own if you like, that can be used equally at a funeral, doing stand-up, and whilst having sex. Thank you for coming. When do I get paid? Crying is not going to make it stop any quicker. And finally, goodbye, thank you! That's right, I'm out of here.